Alright, some phrases in the English language, they make like no sense, right? So to prevent you from sounding like an idiot in front of your friends or your peers, I'm gonna tell you some of the ones that you should avoid. Pot calling the kettle black. Now listen, people don't really use this on a daily basis, right? But it is very commonly used. The phrase basically means, oh, you're a bit of a hypocrite. But here's the thing, right? Pots aren't black, and neither are kettles. Like, look at these, right? Do these look black to you? Like, even a little? No, they don't. They're not even remotely black, man. Right, so what should the phrase be? Charlie Murphy calling Wesley Snipes black. That's what the phrase should be. Something like that. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. But what if you can do the time? Well, you still shouldn't do the crime. So what was the point of even mentioning whether or not I can do the time? Especially since it doesn't make any difference at all. So what should the phrase be? Irregardless of whether you can do the time or not, don't do the crime. Right? You've made your bed, now lie in it. Right, this is stupid, yeah? It's basically saying you caused this situation, now deal with it. But the comparison with the bed is not the same thing, right? No one makes a bed with the intention of never lying in it again, right? So you don't need to say the now lie in it part, right? Stupid, unnecessary, it's redundant, right? It's like saying you've made your sandwich, now eat it. Well, of course I was going to eat the fucking sandwich. Why do you think I made it in the first place? I'm not a chef. As if I'm ever going to be like, yo, fuck this bed, man. I'm throwing this bed out. It's broken. I'm never going to lie on this thing again. And then go on to make my bed. The only reason that I would ever make my bed is specifically because I intend to lie in it. What the phrase should be is, look at this shit situation you've caused, you idiot. Now go and sort it out. Like having your cake and eating it too. Now listen, I'm not going to lie, right? I don't know what this means. Don't have a fucking clue. I genuinely still do not know what this means, right? Like, what's the point in having cake if you're not going to eat it? Cake is made to be had, man. That is cake's sole purpose. As if there's such a thing as having cake and not eating it. If there is, right, I need to start a cake business where all you do is people rent a cake just to look at it or something. I don't know. And if people eat it, I'll be like, oi, mate. You ate some of the cake, what the hell? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Have you not heard the phrase, mate? You won't be getting your deposit back. What it should be, like, if I'm honest, I don't know. Because I don't even know what it means, so I can't say, can I? Live every day as if it were your last. This is horrible advice. I can think of a few people that I would probably kill if I knew today was my last day and that I would be dying tomorrow. And so do you. And not only that, right, there are a few people out there who without doubt will have you on that list. So this is not advice that you want to be giving out, right? Some people might decide that gambling their life savings away would be a good way to spend their last day. It's not like I'm going to be around tomorrow to live the consequences, so fuck it. And it's my last day. I might as well go and tell my boss to go fuck himself and that he should suck it. So don't do this and stop saying it. What the phrase should be, right? You're most probably not going to die tomorrow, so don't behave as though you will. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Unless it's muscular dystrophy, then you definitely won't get stronger. You will get much, much weaker. Now listen, I'm not an idiot, right? I know what it means. It means mentally stronger, right? But again, no. Back when I was like 13 years old, right, I watched The Blair Witch Project, which is not even that scary a horror movie anyways, right? And that fucked me up for years. If I was going upstairs to bed at night and it was dark, I could not switch the light off and go upstairs. I had to go upstairs, put the light on, come back downstairs, put the light off, and then go back upstairs. That fucked me up as a kid. Didn't make me stronger at all. What the phrase should be is, what doesn't kill you may or may not make you stronger. Results may vary. What you don't hear can't hurt you. Stealth ninjas. You won't hear them. They'll kill you. Okay, let me paint you a picture, right? Imagine this. Oh no, mate, your cat died, did it? Oh no, no, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, have this, just to let you know how much I care. You be like, what is this, mate? To say you don't give a rat's ass doesn't make sense, because when do you give a rat's ass? When you care about something, do you give a rat's ass? No, man. And do you know what? Forget rat's ass. I don't get the whole giving thing, man. Like, I don't give a rat's ass, I don't give a shit, I don't give a fuck. Like, what? That makes no sense, man. And why a rat's ass? If you want to give me an ass to show you care, right, give me J-Lo's ass. So instead of I don't give a rat's ass, what it should be is I don't care. Simple. Alright, now listen, it's not a phrase, right? But the word extraordinary is stupid. If you go to a restaurant and order something that's extra spicy, that just means that it's very spicy, right? So using the same logic, one would imagine that something extraordinary was just very ordinary, right? No, that's not what it means at all. It means the exact opposite. The word makes no sense. Now, who made up this word? Idiot. You're an extra idiot. What the word should be is totally unordinary. You made it through the course. Fantastic. So if you've paid attention, to avoid coming across as an idiot to your friends and your peers, right, all you have to do is make sure you avoid saying these phrases. Or don't. Fuck it, do whatever you want. I don't give a rat's ass.
Oh yeah, Sam.
Right, somebody please tell me, when the female mate of yours is crying, what the fuck are you supposed to do? What do you say, man? Now this might come as a surprise to some of you, but I'm not exactly the emotional sensitive type. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Do you want me to say there, and that it'll be better? I don't know. Like if your guy mate's crying, it's easy. You just say, shut the fuck you crying for, you pussy? Shut up.
Oh, macaron.
Another one, when you're handed a baby in front of all the family and you don't know what to do with it. That's awkward. I don't know what to do, or especially what to say, man. And all of them, especially the women, they're so natural with that baby talk. Do you know what I mean? All of that. I can't do that shit. I'll be holding the baby talking to it like, you alright, mate? You want some milk or something? Oh, smells like you shit yourself. That's lovely. That's cute. Just a quick side note. Women seem to find everything that babies do cute. Everything. Which makes no sense. Because babies are inherently disgusting creatures. Like a woman be holding a baby and they can puke on them and the reaction's always something like, whoopsie. Look what the baby did. I'll be like, yo, what the fuck, man? When you feel a fart grumbling in your stomach, you try and let it out silently, but it makes a little squeak. Shit.
Yeah, macaron.
Whenever a new stand-up comedy specials come out and all your friends have seen it and you haven't, it's well awkward. All they ever do is just quote lines from it non-stop. Shit like,
long titty, no nipple having ass bitch.
Then a kid took the fish out of his mouth and looked at his brother and said, Goody Google.
What's the Chinese name? Top Sun Bong?
You don't understand.
you haven't seen it, and out of context, to you it makes absolutely no sense. Because as far as you're concerned, all they're doing is just saying completely random sentences. They're having the time of their lives, and you're sat there fucking clueless. It's like a YouTube comment section. You're just ruining all the best lines. Let me watch it first. When this happens.
Man, Fat Abbott, what are you doing on this side of the hood?
You know something, Rudy? You're like school in summertime.
When you sat with your parents and a romance scene comes on.
I know.
In the same way that you get those ratings like, oh, this is 18 rated, this is PG, there needs to be a parent rating. And all it is pretty much just tells you, don't watch this with your parents, because it's awkward. Alright, now listen, just bear with me. Just watch this and tell me what you think is going on. Alright? Alright, watch. You know what you thought was going on. Now go on, tell me. What were you thinking? Right. You're wrong. Because nothing was going on. Nothing at all. People walking into your room unannounced is obviously shit. Goes without saying, right? But when they walk in unannounced, just as you happen to be closing a tab on your web browser, it's like, no, mate. Because you thought he was on that dirty stuff. Let's see what he was actually on. Google. He was on Google. He's just Googling for porn. He's not actually on it yet. When you're on the phone to someone and the line's a little bit shit and you can't hear what the other person is saying, right? So I was at the... And Ajmal said that... Wait. Hang on. Where were you, mate? Line's not the best. Say that again. I said I was at the... And then Jay said... Wait. Where were you at? Listen. I was at the... Right? You got it? Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, carry on. The person you're chatting to is just slowly getting angrier and angrier each time you ask because you're having to stop his story. And you're just like, for fuck's sake, I don't want this entire conversation to be one man's quest to decipher this one word I can't understand. So you think, fuck it, I'd rather this conversation just carry on. Then for the rest of the conversation, you're making those, oh yeah, oh is it now? Oh, I see what you're saying. But in reality, you don't see what you're saying because you're completely lost. This is the worst. When a mate of yours that you can't fucking stand and want to go out of your way to avoid messages you on WhatsApp, and it results in you avoiding WhatsApp because you want to avoid that person that fucking much. This is the online version of seeing someone in the distance that you don't like and taking a longer route just to avoid them. This literally happened to me 4 days ago, by the way. I could not be asked to talk to him, and I stopped using the fucking app for 4 days. And the only reason I ended up clicking on WhatsApp is because I clicked on it by accident, because I'm an idiot. And you know what? God forbid any of my mates have told that dickhead I make these videos and he sees it, because that would be pretty awkward in itself, won't it? But you know what? I don't care. Why is there such a thing as girly drinks and manly drinks? Girly drinks are sweet, fruity, tasty drinks that actually taste nice. Manly drinks are just drinks that taste like lighter fluid, or piss, or lighter fluid mixed with piss. But as a man, I can't drink girly drinks. It sucks, because they're so nice. It's like nectar. But instead of that shit, I've got to drink something like this. A manly drink. Because wanting to drink something like this would be fucking stupid, wouldn't it? Ugh, look at that. You should be drinking a real man's drink. Like beer. Yeah. Real manly men drink beer. Not this unappealing shit. Only gays would consider drinking something like this. What the Come on now. The fuck? Even the names. Do you know what this girly drink is called? Sex on the beach. Yeah. What a shit name. Do you know what this manly drink is called? Bitter. Bitter. It's literally called bitter. That's a bad adjective. If you went to a restaurant and ordered something and it was bitter, you would complain. Why would anyone want something that's so bitter, it's called bitter? It's like, oh, hello there. Would you like a drink of this? I don't know, mate. What is it? Oh, it's new. It's called a pint of disgusting. Oh, that sounds delicious. Pour me a pint. So I'm forced to drink beer. But it's alright though. When you see how beer is manufactured, you actually think, yeah. I mean, why would I want some of this? Shit's gay. Yeah. I mean, give me a nice pint of bitter any day. Put my tongue in there, and I'll slurp it up. What the fuck?
I'm spreading the truth and you're not smart enough to defend yourself against it, so you have to go online and say, I have big muscles, I could kick your ass. My videos are supposed to be partly satirical. Okay, so Greg Plitt died. I personally didn't like the guy at all. Steroid using tool. So when I insult people, don't take it too fucking seriously. Well, I guess the cancer already happened, didn't it? Learn to fucking take a joke.
Oh, look at that. Your boyfriend committed suicide. Gee, I wonder why he would have done that.
I don't usually take things to a deep personal level in my videos. Die young of a heart attack or stroke, because that's all a fat, pathetic fucking liar like you deserves. These videos I make aren't about hating on anyone. Trisha Paytas and Repzion that I've really fucking hated.
Right, an example of Vegan Gains saying one thing and then saying something completely different, right, is when he gives his personal account of why he turned vegan, which he posted just over a week ago, I think.
This was before he went vegan, but I went down to a dog show, and there was a pig competing in this dog show, and it was doing the exact same things all the dogs were doing. It was jumping over little fences, it was running up ladders, weaving in and out of pine cones. And right then, I made the mental connection that, wow, these farm animals that I've been eating are pretty much exactly the same as dogs. And, you know, I wouldn't kill a dog, but I would kill a pig, and that kind of messed with my head a bit. And then later, I saw a video of how pigs were treated on these factory farms, and it was just fucking horrible. And from that day on, I couldn't eat any more pork. I stopped eating bacon, ham, and all that.
Very touching. It's a very emotional, animal suffering centered story. I'm sure you'll all agree, right? Now let's watch a video he made about the same topic, about why he became vegan, but this one is from 6 months ago. So let's have a listen.
So the reason I turned vegan was because I found out it was the most logical diet for a human being. It wasn't based on any emotion. Giving up meat and going vegan was a completely logical decision. Ending animal suffering was a minor part of my decision.
What? You see? Do you see what I'm saying about the lion, right? It's the same topic, but it's a completely contradictory story. Go look at the videos for yourself if you think I'm lying. I'm not lying. In one story says animals has nothing to do with it, but the other story says that it had everything to do with it. Like, make up your mind, man. Come on now. It's as if he made the video 6 months ago about it's got nothing to do with animals. It's all about the body, right? And then he thought, I've got an idea. I should make a video about why I became vegan, and I'll give this shitty little sub-story that'll pull at people's heartstrings. And it's a fucking stupid story as well. He's like 24 years old and he's talking about how he went, of all places, to a fucking dog show.
Still in the lead at the moment. Julie Rumsey, clear round of 40.89.
Like, as if anyone younger than 60 goes to fucking dog shows. You lying herbivore bitch. One thing I like about him is that the kid's a fucking steroid expert. He's got the sixth sense, man. He can spot a steroid user a mile off. Like, look at this.
Good genetics, hard work, and steroids. Steroids, steroids, steroids. Steroids, steroids, steroids. Steroids, steroids. Even your fucking dog looks like he's on steroids.
But you know what, I'm going to be honest. Coincidentally, no vegan is ever a steroid user in this kid's eyes, right? Okay, now listen, the guy accused Vince Del Monte of being a steroid user, right? He's not big at all. Like, I would never look at this skinny shit and go, this guy's on steroids. But anyways, okay, so he says that Vince is on steroids, right? So if Vince is on steroids, how is vegan heavyweight bodybuilder Ryan Nelson, he's the guy on the left, right? How is he not on steroids? Ryan's like twice Vince's size. If Vince is on steroids, surely Ryan's on steroids, but no. Ryan still isn't accused of jack shit, which I can only presume is because Ryan's a vegan and he gets favoritism. Now listen, by the way, I just want to make this very clear. It's pretty fucking obvious that some of the people that he accuses of being on steroids actually are on steroids, right? All I'm saying is, if he's not going to accuse Ryan Nelson, he can't be accusing people like Vince, for example.
there's a bodybuilder named Jim Morris who is vegan and is 78 years old now, who I think you should listen to.
My name is Jim Morris.
There's a bodybuilder called Jim Morris who's vegan and he's like 77 years old and he's a fucking tank, man. Fucking hell. He's one of those old school bodybuilders where he was around in the golden age when like Arnold was still bodybuilding, right? Back in Arnold's days, everyone was openly saying that they were using steroids.
Steroids are taken 8 or 9, 10 weeks before a competition.
Did you take them?
I take them. I took them, yeah, up until the competition.
But apparently Jim Morris must not be because vegan gains hate steroids, right? You see Jim and you see Arnold now and you think, fuck, what's Jim doing that Arnie isn't? Then you hear that Jim's vegan and you think, shit, maybe there's something to this veganism stuff, right? But no, not really, because there's plenty of those guys from that age that are still monsters now. And none of them are vegan. But listen, let's go back, right? Now listen, Jim Morris has a blog, right? And he's pretty open about it. On that, he wrote, I used steroids during the entirety of my competitive career from 1966 to 1996, right? But then he also says, I take a testosterone injection once a week, but vegan gains will never tell you that. Now listen, I'm not knocking Jim. He obviously works hard as fuck to look like such a beast, right? I don't know what the fuck this kid is talking about. He can kid himself into thinking that physique is all kale. It's clearly the testosterone. It's fucking obvious, but whatever. But listen, maybe Vegan Gains has an issue with all of those YouTubers because all of them YouTubers are claiming that they're natural, but Jim Morris is very open about it. So maybe that's his issue, right? Except it can't be, because the guy's in love with Carl Lewis.
I know you might not like me and you might not listen to me out of spite, but how about listening to some of the top nutrition experts in the world? Dr. John McDougall is another medical doctor. He even diet coached Carl Lewis, 9-time Olympic gold medalist.
Is there a lot of drug use going on in Olympics?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dr. Exum was the director of anti-doping at the U.S. Olympic Committee for 10 years. He told me that over 2,000 American athletes failed their drug tests, including Carl Lewis.
Do you have any proof?
Oh, certainly. We have just boxes of proof for everything that I say. Here's a letter from then Executive Director Baron Pittenger to Mr. Lewis. This was basically a letter that said that you had failed tests.
Carl Lewis literally failed an official drugs test for 3 banned stimulants for the 1988 Olympic Games. So given that, now I have no idea what issue Vegan Gains has now, right? I thought that he was flat out against drug use, but he's clearly not because he likes Jim Morris. But then maybe he's just against lying about steroid use. But then he's clearly not, because Carl Lewis failed drug tests. And he must know, because I found this out from a documentary called Bigger, Stronger, Faster, and he talked about that documentary when he was talking about Furious Pete's supplement. So he can't have not seen the Carl Lewis part, right? All in all, I guess it's pretty much you can do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're vegan. John, be thankful that Vegan Gains is not a judge, because he'd be acquitting murderers left, right and centre as long as they were vegan. Vegans can do no wrong in this guy's eyes. Now listen, his fans might say some shit like, oh, but he doesn't lie as much as the YouTubers that he criticises, right? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. All that matters is that he lied. The guy's credibility is completely gone. So given all of this, Vegan Gains, what do you have to say for yourself, mate?
What respect do I deserve? I'm dishonest, and I'm inconsistent with my own arguments. My actions contradict what I say to such an extreme that the Merriam-Webster dictionary decided to change the definition of the word hypocrisy to a picture of vegan gains.
Well, Vegan Gains are fantastic. Now listen, I'm not hating on the guy. I genuinely used to like his videos, right? And even the ones now, they're still entertaining. But it's a bit shitty if I'm honest. He's in no position to be self-righteous about it given that he's lying, but he's still so self-righteous about it. It just got on me tits, so I thought I'd make a video about it. I would genuinely like the guy to go back to making the videos that he used to. Like if you watch his Ben Pekoski one, it's a really good video. Like this Mark Chang one I think is pretty damn good as well. But the ones now, they're just garbage. Now hopefully, I don't have to make any more videos about you. I've already made 2 other videos that are ready to be uploaded in like a second's notice, right? One of the videos that I have is one of his worst of the YouTube fitness industry videos that I stole when I hacked into Vegan Gains' computer. Because I'm a hacker, me, right? And it's one he didn't upload for very good reason. It's not one he would want you seeing, trust me. And as if that wasn't saucy enough, the other video that I've got is a personal video message to Vegan Gains from a very fucking surprising source. Listen, this is just me being a bit of an idiot, right? This is just playful banter, yeah? But listen, Vegan Gains, if you don't reply to this video and explain yourself and address all the points I brought up in this video and explain your lies, right? I will take it as a personal insult and I will post both of them, right? Man, listen, I like you, mate. Well, you're a bit annoying here and there, but overall, I do like you, mate. Don't make me post those videos, man. Kim Kardashian is arguably the most famous person on earth, right? And unfortunately, without doubt, one of the least worthy. She can't sing, she can't act, she can't fucking dance, but she has a big ass. As a society, we should all be ashamed of ourselves for letting someone like this be the most famous person on earth. And do you know what? If you ask me, personally, right? Beyonce had one of the nicest asses of all time. If you are gonna give someone credit for having a nice ass, wrong person. It's too big, man. Man, it is too big. It's as if people have forgotten the concept of too big. Everything can be too big. Everything. Ladies, listen, trust me. I should know, if you know what I mean. Things can be too big, right? Like boobs.
They're only getting bigger. Take a look.
Shush, Kendall. Now look, listen, here's Karuich. Is that Spanish? Karuichi Tran. Hers are on the smaller side, and they're very nice. Here's another girl with some massive ones, and they're very nice. But no, this is not nice, because it's too big. Muscular guys. Now look, this guy looks very nice, right? Now look, this guy's a bit bigger, but he also looks very nice. What the fuck is this? Right, listen, I'm sure we can all agree, not nice, because it's too big, alright? Finally, arses. Here's that girl again, Karaoke Tran. Her arse is on the smaller side, but it's lovely. Now here's a girl whose arse is on the bigger side. Again, lovely. Now this one, not for me, thanks. Now listen, I'm not knocking it, but I kinda am, but it's not for me, is all I'm saying. Now listen, I'm not saying that her arse is not nice. If that's your thing, then that's your thing, right? I'm saying having a big arse is not something to give someone fame for. But her having fame isn't even the worst part. The worst part is that she's so famous, anyone associated with her is now famous as well. Like her fucking family. Monica Lewinsky is a woman who famously did a few special favors for Bill Clinton in a huge scandal back in 1998, right? As a result of this, we all knew who Monica Lewinsky was and she came into the public eye. Unlike Bill Clinton, who came into Monica's. She became really famous, like she worked as a correspondent for Channel 5 in England doing something. She was the host of the reality dating show Mr. Personality on Fox. She had a $1 million endorsement deal with some company called Jenny Craig doing adverts for them. All this, excuse me language, because she sucked a famous person off. Is this how we should award celebrity status, is it? For fucking a famous person? Have we come to a point in society where celebrity status is sexually transmitted? What the fuck? Alright, so we've established things like the girl who sucked the president's dick should not make you famous, right? Similarly, the girl who has a sex tape with an R&B singer shouldn't make you famous either. But now answer this. How about the guy who's married to the sister of a girl who had a sex tape with a famous R&B singer? I'm guessing that you're all shouting, of course not, Grade, right? Meet Scott Disick. Scott Disick is a guy who's famous because he's married to the sister of a girl who had a sex tape with the famous R&B singer. He has 8.8 million followers on Instagram and 5.4 million on Twitter. That's more than the R&B singer he got famous for by having some association with in the first place. And another thing, right? His name on Instagram is Let the Lord Be With You. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, this guy's really religious, right? But no, the cheeky bastard has the nerve to call himself the Lord. He called himself the Lord. You can't call yourself the Lord, mate. It's a bit, makes you come across as a bit of a dickhead. The Lord. I'm sure Zeus and Thor and the like would consider you peers, mate. Thor is the hammer-wielding Norse god of thunder and even has a day named after him, Thursday. Zeus is literally a Greek god and the ruler of the Olympians on Mount Olympus. Scott Disick takes pictures of himself. To be honest, they seem alright. Right, now listen, I doubt there's a lot of you, but for those of you who don't know her, Kendall, quickly introduce yourself.
Guys, I'm the worst reader.
Come on now, Kendall, that's not going to paint you in a good light, is it? It's going to make you look stupid. Let's turn this around, Kendall. Topic of your choice, tell the people something intelligent. Fucking hell, Kendall, you must be good at something. Huh? There's nothing to her. She has big lips. That's it. She has big lips and occasionally she makes kids do some stuff that they really shouldn't. Kinda like some other people you might know. Miserable cunt. He just comes off as so emo and so depressed. Like, you got no reason to be depressed, man. Multi-millionaire family and was going out with Rita Ora and you got the nerve to complain about life? You unappreciative fat bastard. Now listen, I'm not saying, oh, he has nothing to complain about in his life, right? Just because he's rich. If my sister was famous for fucking someone and for having a big ass, I'd be pretty depressed as well. But fuck off, your family's minted and you were going out with Rita Ora. Please, I'm shedding a tear for you, Rob. Fuck off, man. I don't watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's not really my type of show, right? But in the few clips that I have seen, Bruce was by far the one that I found the most likable. And I'm not just saying that because he recently came out as Caitlyn. He's the one that I thought was the most likable. And also, Bruce was the only one that had actually achieved something in life. Coincidence? Now listen, sorry about this. On a more serious note, in society we have a few remainders of our old ways which we're slowly but surely getting rid of, right? One of the ones that remains is the way that gay and transgender people are seen, right? Which is not nice, obviously. This is gonna sound like fucking comical, yeah? But in like the 1960s we had PSAs like this that were still going around.
What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick. A sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious. A sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual.
Contagious! He said contagious! What? As a society, we've gotten rid of a lot of the bad habits, but this one is still here for the Lugbert community. Now listen, I really do respect Caitlyn Jenner for having the strength and courage to, first of all, going through the transition, and secondly, for making it so public, right? I still get shit from my dad if I get a new haircut that he thinks looks stupid. So to make the changes that Caitlyn has, and in such a public way, is astounding to me. As much as I think that they're shit and unworthy of any fame whatsoever, one thing that I kinda have to commend the Kardashians for is how their insane levels of fame have unwittingly given Caitlyn's transition the public attention that it deserves, even if it was unwittingly, right? A news story such as Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner being transgender could have been swept under the rug and not given that much attention, like it was with that tennis player and Chaz Bono. Because of the Kardashians' level of fame, it seems as if people are way more accepting of Caitlyn being transgender. So in a weird way, I kinda commend the Kardashians on the positive effect their fame whoring could potentially have on society as a whole. However, saying that, your work is now done, Kardashians. So in the nicest way possible, go fuck off. Especially you, Scott, you fucking nobody.
It's really awesome, especially for me.
Now, the more work you get, are you going to start talking with a British accent?
No.
Oh, see, she's doing it already.
Alright, if you guys didn't already know, public bathrooms are fucking disgusting. But I'm just going to make a quick little video anyways, telling you a few of my favourite things about them. Because there's a lot. First of all, urinals. No urinals, alright? I don't want to have my cock out next to anyone else who also has their cock out. That's gay. Now there's a reason why I don't go to the showers after the gym. Because I don't go to the gym. But even if I did go, I wouldn't have my cock out in front of everyone else. I don't want anyone else seeing my cock, cause they'll get jealous. And even worse than urinals is those long communal urinals, those long metal ones, where you can take a piss and be rubbing shoulders with the wanker next to you. Like, fuck off, man, get in a cubicle. If anything, all of this is for me. It's pretty standard that public bathrooms have toilet paper in them, but since when did public bathrooms start having desk tidies with office supplies in them? I go into the toilet and it's like, who comes to public bathrooms with pens in their pockets? I go into a toilet and the walls are just scribbled with, first of all, shit, but besides the shit smears that are somehow on the fucking walls, there's a fucking knock-knock joke. What, did Richard Pryor come in here for a shit or something? And for fuck's sake, stop leaving your phone numbers on the walls, talking about we're having a good time. I will not call John for a good time after seeing his phone number on the fucking wall of Mackey's. And another thing that's fucking annoying are those hand dryers that don't switch on half the time. The one with the buttons, they're fine. But the ones with them sensors underneath them, that's hit and miss, that is. Is that alright there, hand dryer? I've got a nice bit of water on my hands. Do you mind? Are you in the mood to dry my hands? Oh, not today, mate. Oh, well, shit, no problem then, man. I guess I'll walk in and rub it on my trousers. And do you know what? I never thought it was possible to get hype about something you find in a public bathroom. But those stupid Dyson dryers, when they first came out, everyone's talking, oh, great, you gotta check them out, man. You gotta check out these Dyson things. They're awesome. They're not awesome. They're alright. Alright? They're not that good. Settle down now. The first time I saw them, I didn't even know how to use the fucking things. I'm like, what is this? But it's alright now. It's alright. It's all sorted out. I figured it out. Dry as a bone, might I add. Speaking of stuff that doesn't switch on, something that switches off too fast are the fucking taps. You get the taps where you press it and it'll give you like literally 2 seconds of water to wash your hands. What the fuck? It just switched on. In the time it took for my brain to register that the water switched on, the tap had already switched off. How the fuck am I supposed to wash my hands with this shit? I need to wash my hands and you're giving me 1.5 seconds of water. Have you seen the state of your fucking toilet, sunshine? I think I saw a smear of shit on the fucking ceiling. Give me unlimited water. Fuck water. Give me acid, you twat. I don't need to wash my hands. I need to fucking destroy them. I'm sure everyone already knows this, right? But kids are fucking dumb. Some of the stuff that kids believe nowadays is the dumbest shit ever. But in some cases though, right? Adults believe some crazy shit too. Shit like the Loch Ness Monster and UFOs and thinking that Khloe Kardashian's ass is real. What? Surely no one can be that stupid, man. Right, so the way that I see it, right? I need to take it upon myself and educate everyone, man. So listen, right? I'm going to start a new little mini-series on my channel that I'll do every now and then, right? Called... Where I expose some of the most questionable stuff on Earth. Stuff that people believe in that's so stupid, right? You look at it and it makes you go... So enough explanations. Let's get to our first pile of bullshit that some people, namely kids, believe in. Santa Claus. Okay, so everyone knows that Christmas is all about one thing, right? Haha, good one, Jesus. Jesus, you crazy, mate. No, but seriously though, presents. And presents can only mean one thing. But do kids want presents that badly that they want to believe in Santa just to get their fucking presents? Is that what they believe, or the bullshit? Because the story of Santa Claus has more holes in it than the Brazzers gangbang. Huh? You upgrade? Santa Claus is fake. Timmy, you believe this shit as well? Of course it's fake, you dopey twat. No, Grade. Santa's real. No, he's not, Timmy. Yes, he is. Timmy, no. Right? He's fake. Listen, Santa Claus is like gender, man. It's a social construct. It's not real. Fuck you, Grade. If you're so certain that Santa's fake, prove it. Fine. On Christmas Day, Santa goes and gives presents to everyone on Earth. You gullible dick! Nothing about that sounds legit, man. How can you seriously believe that this fat, lazy old bastard, who literally does nothing for 364 days a year, suddenly gets the energy to get up out of bed and do some work, and gives gifts to every single person on Earth? The fuck, man? To me, a sudden turnaround like that is like being a nun for 364 days a year, and suddenly turning into Asa Akira on December the 25th. Bit of a sudden change there, don't you think? Now, how do you go from the laziest man on Earth to that much of a workaholic so quickly? Are you sure that that white powder around his house is snow? And not only that, right? But he does it in one day. One fucking day. And he's one man. Does that not sound suspicious to you at all, Timmy? Having some incredibly old man do something that fucking impressive. It's like the story of Noah's Ark. Having one old man have the task of building a fucking yacht and saving every species on Earth. And we all know that's bullshit, don't we? Listen, how can one man deliver presents to everyone on Earth in one day? Fucking Amazon can't do that shit. Again, how can one man accomplish that huge feat all by himself? Well, Grode, Santa's not exactly all by himself. He has his 8 flying reindeer. What? 8 flying? What do you mean flying reindeer? Jesus Christ, man, of all the stupid things I've ever heard in my life, how does flying reindeer not trip your bullshit detectors, Timmy? Flying fucking reindeer. Well, if they can fly, right, where are their fucking wings? Who is this guy with his flying reindeer? Does this bastard have sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads as well? I thought he was Santa Claus, not fucking Dr. Evil. Santa Claus is coming. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on, man. Do you realize how stupid you sound right now? Bro, the flying reindeer are real, okay? And Rudolph has a bright red nose. What do you mean he has a bright red nose? Why would a normal reindeer have a bright red nose in the first place? He's an animal, not a fucking toy. Fucking flying reindeer with bright red noses. Again, man, your bullshit detector should be going mental right now. I don't know, Grade. I was told they could fly. Well, I was told that these pills would add an extra 3 inches in 4 weeks. But that didn't turn out to be true either, did it? Maybe you shouldn't believe everything you fucking hear. And if you believe that flying reindeer crap, I'm guessing you buy into that whole climbing down your chimney bullshit too, right? Maybe. You brain-dead spaz! You live in an apartment block, you twat! You don't even have a fucking chimney! Plenty of people don't have chimneys. So how does Santa get to them? By bursting through their wall like the Kool-Aid man? Oh yeah! Oh gee whiz! Thanks for the socks and underwear, Santa! That was totally worth you wrecking my fucking wall, you dickhead! How did it not occur to you sooner that the whole chimney thing was clear evidence of Santa being bullshit? And you yourself live on the 13th floor of a 20-floor apartment block, you bastard! If you don't have a chimney, right, how did Santa deliver your presents? By climbing through your window up on the 13th fucking floor, did he? This is Santa Claus we're talking about, not fucking Spider-Man. He's making a list and checking it twice. And even if you did have a chimney, right, fucking look at him, he's a right fat bastard to me. You think this fat fucking tosser could fit down a chimney? He's huge. Forget your chimney, mate. Santa Claus would struggle to get through your front door. No, Grade. Santa's actually been to my house like 3 times in the past. He came and said hi to me, and I talked to him a few times and everything. Timmy, he literally has like 1 billion presents to deliver in 24 hours. You really think he has time to spend half an hour at your cockroach-infested house, you prick? Fuck you, Grade. Fuck you! He sees you when you're sleeping. Okay, so let's quickly run over what we've covered so far, Timmy. We've covered that Santa Claus is an incredibly lazy fat old man who one day a year suddenly stops being lazy and decides to deliver billions of presents all over the world in one day, all by himself, thereby outperforming Amazon. The guy has a small army of flying mammals which makes no sense, right? And one of who has a nose that makes no fucking sense at all either. He delivers presents to every fucking household on Earth by somehow climbing down the chimney, even if they don't have one. And on top of all that, right, he's fat as fuck. So looking back on all that, right, it's kind of obvious that he's fake and made up, isn't it? Well, when you put it like that, I guess so, Grade. Well, go on, say it to me. Santa's fake. Finally, mate, you've been red-pilled. And when you actually sit down and think about it, right, those clues are kind of obvious, aren't they? But the biggest giveaway that Santa's faked the entire time, however, is this. The idea of an all-seeing, all-knowing bearded guy who lives up there, who watches everything you do 24/7 all year round and either rewards you or punishes you based on those actions. Not gonna lie, that's a bit fucking hard to believe, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Looking back on it, that is a bit ridiculous. Only a kid would believe that shit. Wait, we're still talking about Santa, right? So don't be counting on that non-existent old fart for your presents anymore, mate, because the guy doesn't exist. But you know who you can count on? My boys over at lootcrate.com. For those of you who don't know, Loot Crate is this awesome company that for less than $20 a month, they send you a crate full of badass gamer, geek, and pop culture stuff. Just look at some of this stuff from last month's crate, man. And don't tell me this Assassin's Creed pop vinyl figure and exclusive pin are awesome, mate. And especially when it can sell for this much on eBay. What the hell, man? Just 2 of the items from last month's crate sold for more than the price of the entire crate itself. You could have actually made a profit buying Loot Crate, mate. Not that you'd be wanting to sell any of the stuff anyways, cause it's all so awesome. Each month's Loot Crate has a theme. Last month's was Revolution, right? But this month's is going to be Origins. And spoiler alert, there may be some official merch from names like Superman, Captain America, TMNT, and Mario. So if you want in on this yourself, right, make sure you go to lootcrate.com/grade and sign up for yours by the 19th of this month by 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as if that wasn't enough of a bargain as it was, right, if you use code GRADE at checkout, you'll get 10% off. You're the best, Loot Crate. But yeah, mate, I've got a few of these, episodes in mind, right? See if you have any suggestions, right? Leave a comment below and I'll be checking them out. Cheers, mate! Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Peace! This was YouTube about a week ago, right? And this is YouTube today. What the fuck, man? And why has this happened? Because, right, of this little message. People being told that their video, for whatever reason, has been deemed to be non-advertiser friendly. This non-advertiser friendly message is what is currently making YouTube flip their shit. Everyone is acting like Donald Trump just became president, made Hillary Clinton his vice president, and started World War III with the fat kid from North Korea. All because of this tiny little message about advertisers. Everyone is flipping their shit, acting like they just found out that their sister went on a date with Bill Cosby last night. No one is happy. Well, don't worry, mate. I'm gonna clear everything up, right, by explaining 3 things to you. 1, why this isn't something to worry about. 2, why the majority of the complaints that a ton of YouTubers are making are fucking ridiculous, right? Before you get butthurt, just hear what I have to say, right? And 3, why this is something to worry about. Which I know contradicts point number 1, right? Just shush, mate. But you might be asking yourself, right? Advertisers, Grade? What role do advertisers actually play on YouTube? That's a good question, mate. So listen, before we go any further, right, it is important to understand their role on this site. Let's begin. Advertisers are just companies that pay YouTube to put adverts on people's videos. Like, for example, right, someone like PewDiePie will get a lot of views on his videos. So advertisers pay to put adverts on videos like his, right, knowing that people wanting to watch his videos will also see their adverts. And in return, he gets paid for it. That's how it works. We essentially get paid for getting people to see those adverts. Do you understand, mate? Fantastic! Let's move on. But listen, right, here's the biggest thing to remember. You know how pretty much everyone on YouTube's currently complaining about losing a bit of ad revenue, right? The thing to remember here is that ad revenue comes from the advertisers. Yes, they are paying to advertise, but they are not obliged to have to advertise on anyone's videos at all. Listen, if we YouTubers want to keep YouTube as our jobs, right, we have to keep the advertisers happy. And if the advertisers aren't happy with the deal that they're getting on YouTube, for example, if they found out the ads that they're paying for are being placed on videos that they don't want them on, like for example, on Nicole Arbor's videos, I don't think anyone would want that, right? If they don't like the deal they're getting, they will leave. The advertisers will fucking leave. Listen, mate, this is not a gym membership that they took out as a New Year's resolution, mate. They'll stop that shit in a second. They're not gonna carry on paying for a service that they don't want, are they? It's a business. And if the advertisers leave, then we won't lose a bit of our ad revenue, right? We'll lose all of it. Seriously, man, it's such a simple process, but people still complain. And some of the complaints I've heard people say during all of this, right? Jesus Christ, man. They're so fucking unreasonable, it's insane. Just have a listen to some of the complaints I've heard people say. My videos got demonetized overnight. No, actually they didn't, mate. Listen, your videos were already unmonetized. You just didn't notice it. All YouTube did was, one, let you know more clearly that they were demonetized, and two, make it easier to appeal so you can get them remonetized. So you basically woke up to YouTube telling you, oh there mate, just letting you know that this video's been unmonetized for a while, you might want to appeal that shit. But don't worry, we've made it easier to do so. So in all likelihood, you should have your monetization back quite quickly. Why are people complaining? That's a good thing. You would think that people would be appreciative of that shit, right? But guess what happens instead? YouTubers complain. That's what you get for trying to help. Jesus Christ. My videos got unmonetized. Riot! Yeah, they did. About 1% of them at the most. Listen, a lot of the more vocal YouTubers that you're hearing complain about this shit have gotten less than 1% of their videos unmonetized. Literally less than 1%. Is that really worthy of this YouTuber's overparty overreaction? Is it? And not only that, right? But of the very few videos that they did get unmonetized, you can often get monetization back very easily and quickly just by getting rid of some of the more controversial tags and words in the video title. It's as easy as that. My videos were deemed not advertiser friendly. How dare you?
Newer videos that I've made that have also been quote unquote demonetized because it's not quote unquote advertiser friendly.
This one is making my head hurt. Okay, listen, right, idiot. People had videos with tags like ISIS, rape, and suicide, and they're complaining about the lack of corporate advertisements their videos got. Are you fucking retarded, mate? For example, right, Mr. Repsion, who's a YouTuber who often talks about some very controversial topics with over 500,000 subscribers, right? He recently made a video where he's complaining non-stop, outraged that he had 40 of his videos, that's 3.4%, right, demonetized. Now listen, that sounds quite bad, right? But then he shows a list of some of the videos that advertisers didn't want their names on, and I'm telling you, man, him only losing 3.4% was generous as fuck. He had videos about some very advertiser-friendly topics, such as Islam, death and suicide, some random cartoon porn shit, numerous videos on rape, and even a couple of videos about raping your family. You cannot be fucking serious, hey mate. How can you complain that advertisers don't want to associate with your ISIS rape suicide video? Listen, it makes perfect sense that certain companies don't want to associate with certain videos. Like, for example, right, do you think McDonald's or Burger King wants to advertise on fitness videos? Do you think that Disney wants to advertise on death metal songs? Of course not. Listen, there are certain types of videos that will turn off certain types of companies, like these ones, and there are certain types of videos that will turn away all companies. Hence your video gets demonetized. It's not a fucking surprise, so stop acting like it is. And the worst one, right? But great. It's YouTube's fault. No, it's fucking not. Stop looking for someone to blame here. There's no one to blame. Now listen, this is true for the internet, right? The internet fucking loves having something to complain about. I don't know why they like it, but the internet loves to have something to complain about. And we all know it's true. We all know that whenever there's a bandwagon forming on YouTube, everyone likes to jump on it. And we also know, right, that YouTube is everyone's favorite scapegoat and people are always looking to blame them for something. Like, for example, right, YouTuber Melanie Murphy said in a tweet, right, YouTube's new update means ads are disabled on my acne videos because advertisers don't like it. Seriously, YouTube? What? Is this a fucking joke, Melanie? How can you end the tweet by saying, seriously, YouTube? You said yourself in the tweet that the advertisers are the ones that don't like it. If the advertisers don't like it, Melanie, why the fuck are you pointing the blame at YouTube? Listen, Melanie, I don't fucking understand. What do you expect YouTube to do? Go to the advertisers and point a fucking gun at them and say, "Oi, advertiser, advertise on this video whether you like it or not, or you're dead, you motherfucker." Is that what you expect? That's fucking ridiculous. Listen, can you fucking think before you hop on board this hate bandwagon, you fucking idiot? If the advertisers don't like it, they don't like it. That's the end of the conversation. Now listen, just to end on this, right? Here's the part that is somewhat of a concern. One example of the point I want to make, right, is a tweet that Boogie made where he complains about a bunch of videos he made on the topic of suicide and helping people having those thoughts. He wrongly blames YouTube for this, and I understand his frustrations, right? But again, YouTube has no say in the matter. If advertisers are saying, we don't want to advertise on videos about suicide, in all reality, they have every right to do that. And YouTube has to listen and enforce that. And that sucks, right? But here's the problem. These videos that Boogie made are good. As in, the videos that help people. They're positive videos. These kind of videos need to exist on YouTube, right? But now that we're seeing these new rules on advertising come into play, whilst it doesn't censor or stop these types of videos from existing, right? It does make people less likely to make them. Because they're not going to get monetized, right? And that sucks. Ideally, there needs to be a solution to that to keep those kinds of videos around. Another type of video which these new rules make less likely to be made, right, is news videos on certain topics. Certain topics being blacklisted means that they might become less likely to be covered on some news channels, right? Because making those videos would mean that they'd be making less money, thereby censoring the news, and no one wants that. Again, ideally, there needs to be a solution to that to keep those kinds of videos around. And just to bring this up, right, one of the criteria on the list of reasons for unmonetization that people have been given, right, is inappropriate language involving profanity and vulgar language. Holy shit, man! I'm fucked! If YouTube ever decides to clamp down on excessive language, my channel is fucked. My ad revenue from YouTube will be like Madeleine McCann, man. It will be gone in an instant and it will never come back. Listen, I'm not making these figures up, right? But of my 71 videos that I've made so far, right, including this one, 69 of them have vulgar language in them. That's over 97%. Listen, that would fuck my channel and my ability to not only put food on the table, but also cracking my pipe up. Anything but my sweet, sweet crack, man. For all we know, the types of videos that become less likely to be made might grow. And again, ideally, right, there needs to be a solution to that to keep that kind of content around. And guess what, mate? There is a solution. You might not like it too much, right, for some reason, but there is a solution to this. To echo the solutions given by Philip DeFranco and the Young Turks, right, because I agree with them 100%, is having external sponsors on your videos. Listen, for example, right, if someone wants to make a controversial video topic, they might worry about it getting demonetized through YouTube ads. But you won't give a fuck about having your video unmonetized through YouTube's ads, right? If you already have a sponsor on the video yourself. That way, right, you can carry on making whatever videos you want and not have to worry about going broke. Oh, fuck off, Grode. You're just saying that so you can start doing more sponsored ads in your videos. No shit, mate. Listen, my coke habit is not cheap at all. Listen, I've done them before in the past already, right? And they really do help my channel out. But honestly, right, to make sure that YouTube stays completely censorship-free, which is one of the reasons that we've all fallen in love with this website over the last 10 years, right, is having external sponsors on your videos. You might start seeing that a decent bit more often on YouTube. But don't worry, mate. I will never sell out, alright? Never! By the way, new t-shirt designs out soon.